While Penrose Commons might be known today for its buggy trails, it didn't start that way. There's a completely different side to this place, with the rich and storied past hidden just feet from the trail. So on this episode, we set out on an adventure to piece together the history of this often overlooked recreational outpost, finding a few rocks to crawl over in the process. But first, a little bit of what Penrose Commons is famous for, and that is the Independence Trail System. A 1 mile long, gut-punching, soul-wrenching, winch-line busting trail that only seems to get worse the further you get. It's hard to put this place into perspective, but this little guy is 5 feet tall, and the exit, an 8-foot vertical wall of rock. But to get there involves a long trek over a multitude of obstacles, a tough task even for these built buggies. But slowly they creep, step by step, inch by inch, until the grand finale. Only this time, they really just wanted to get off the trail, so we went to our friend Ben's Jeep, pulled them out, and continued on our adventure. Penrose offers a lot more than just a buggy trail. There's something for everyone here, with miles of BLM roads that snake through the pinyon and juniper woodlands. It's amazing to think that 100 years ago, this arid, dry environment was once host to a vineyard, with lush produce growing in the fields surrounding the commons. But disaster would strike. A dam would collapse after days of flooding, washing everything away. Evidence of this catastrophe can still be found to this day on the eastern end of the commons. And we're on a mission to find it. We're on the northern end of the commons, where 2 rated flat BLM roads become 3 rated paths with ledges no taller than 12 inches in height.
You got a sneaky ledge coming up. There you go.
For bigger builds, an optional 4-rated ledge awaits.
Okay, you're gonna climb a little more driver. You're gonna climb. All right, so now your other tire's gonna climb. That's the line. Just hold it straight, that's the line. Oh no, your turtle! Oh man, nice! He's laughing. I wasn't recording, do it again.
The eastern side of the Commons has the largest ledges that you'll find, making it a great place for off-roaders who don't have a lot of seat time yet.
You're totally fine. You're absolutely within limits. All you gotta do is just drive through it.
At the edge of the eastern overlook, we finally get our first glimpse of the dam that once stood here. It's hard to visualize what this must have looked like, as there's no photographic record, but we can get a good idea based on the existing topography. After 3 days of torrential rainfall, the dam burst, sending a wall of water down Beaver Creek. After washing away everything in its path, it dumped into the already swelling Arkansas River. This was one of many floods during those 3 days, flooding downtown Pueblo with up to 14 feet of water. There's no official record as to how much rain fell because all of the flood gauges were washed away. 78 people lost their lives, but many were never recovered. The flood in the Arkansas River traveled all the way to the Kansas state line and proceeded through the state of Kansas, although it was already mostly flattened by this point and caused no damage. It's devastating to think of all the work that was put in here and the many years of life that prospered before it was all suddenly washed away. Little evidence remains of this catastrophic event, but we can still find pieces of the past. Before the flood, a series of ditches were connected to Schaefer Reservoir. These ditches were dug by hand, lined with stone and concrete, and served as a means of irrigating the fields below. After locating them using satellite data, we were able to track them down just feet off the trail. And in many cases, the trail goes right over the ditches, dating back well over 100 years. It's absolutely amazing the history that we unknowingly drive right past. We live in a day and age where everyone is in a hurry, but if we all just slowed down, just a little bit more, we might discover a whole new world just waiting to be explored. On this adventure, we set out in search of relics from a bygone era, and in the process, gain new appreciation of the smaller details that make this world so unique.
Over.